Atmanamaste, dear soul crafters. Welcome to my exclusive podcast, Soul Crafting with Tanushree, Crafting Your Inner Awareness. Hi, I'm Tanushree Nair, your energy transformation and mindset specialist and author of the book Bring Out That Red Lipstick. I'm also an ICF approved life coach and an energy worker. I'm on a mission to enable 100,000 women to discover their innate feminine energy balance through my Inner Shakti Bluprint in 90 days. I'm thrilled to bring out this special Soul Sunday series episode of the podcast season 1, the Awakening series. As the old wise saying goes, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. This podcast is for all those people who are in the daily grind of life, who have forgotten to take a pause and smell the proverbial roses. For those who want a hand to learn self mastery of their thoughts, emotions, and inner self. I am learning too and would like to share this journey with all my fellow listeners. Together, we can go miles. The Soul Sunday series is a special curated guest speaker series. We invite inspiring guests who have successfully converted their adversities to opportunities and transformed themselves inside out to share with us their journey. In today's episode of Soul Sunday series, I'm so thrilled and excited to introduce you to our guest, Dr. Naveen Gurusiddaiah, who is already there in the studio. So, without wasting much time, let's get chatting. Hello and a warm welcome, Dr. Naveen Gurusiddaiah, to our show. I'm thrilled to have you here today on my weekly Soul Sunday series. So, dear viewers and listeners, Dr. Naveen Gurusiddaiah has various coaching certifications in NLP, group peak performance, licensed memory coach, accelerated learning, provocative coaching, Ericksonian hypnosis and emotional intelligence, issued by International Association of Professional Coaches, ABNLP, continuing coach education by ICF and NLP Coaching Academy. He has innovatively and uniquely designed Empowerment for Excellence, nicknamed M4X, and Empowered Memory Bluprint course, a rich coaching program for empowerment, happiness, and success based on years of research. Naveen has been successfully delivering M4X across different sections of society, amongst different age groups, and effectively energizing many to lead a contented life. He is a PhD holder in consumer behavior with 20 years of work experience in different domains like information technology, finance, and marketing. As a guest faculty, he teaches management subjects to students of various different colleges. Naveen is a lifetime member of Society for Professional Ethics and Management. As a strategist, he has been driving establishments and MNC software companies into valuable with success and precise solution blueprints and valuable relationships. Naveen sir, we are waiting to hear about you. How did you arrive to empowerment to excellence journey? What was your motivation?
First of all, thank you so much, Tanushri, for giving me an opportunity to be a part of your wonderful Soul Crafting Sunday series. I consider it as my privilege to be on your show. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you, sir.
And a lot of best wishes and greetings to all the viewers of this show. So look forward for a lot of uh, discussion on these aspects which you rightly started, Tanushri. My journey into coaching and mentoring goes back, I think I should say, more than 15 years back, when I have a lot of younger cousins in family, and I'm the eldest from both mom side and dad side, and I was always the go-to guy for many of my younger cousins, and I grew up that way, giving them career guidance and so on and so forth. That was working well on the personal side, and I come from pre-sales, sales, marketing background, and you did mention about my qualifications. So I've been in the IT industry working for software product companies, and I became the head of pre-sales for India in one of the multinationals, wherein I was managing the support, technical support system for sales. And when I became a manager, I've always believed in developing relationships with the individuals. Relationship doesn't start and end at home. It rather goes out into the world by and large. So I, when I became a manager for the first time, I knew what not to do because of my experiences having reported to many of my bosses in the earlier career. I knew what not to do. But what to do is something which I started experimenting once I became the manager, as I said. There, building a relationship with each and every team member, I discovered that one person is different from the other person. Okay, and that's how even the whole world is. And I was not just a manager telling them to do this or to do that or delegating work or anything. I used to concentrate on them becoming better resources for which they needed to become better personalities. So I used to connect on a one-on-one basis regularly. I used to have weekly or monthly scheduled calls, but to chart out the work, I used to be engaged on a regular basis. People who are in the same office as I'm sitting or in different parts of the country, I used to connect with them and mentor them to become better resources by understanding what are all the duties and responsibilities which I have to respect and do it, because this is something which I have taken a when I signed the offer letter of the company, I've taken an oath to serve this company and just not do it because we get paid salaries or we get incentives paid. And it should not just be a tick activity. Every day morning you get up and today I have to do this, and tick, tick, tick. It's not like that, right? You do it with a lot of humbleness and devotion and respect towards an opportunity which life has given you, which you have chosen to join that company. So that is how I used to coach and mentor people, and because of which I have a high retention rate of my team. There was no attrition or anything happening in my team. That was close to around 80% retention rate for 6 years I've been a manager. And these guys, they transformed. They became better personalities and they progressed in their careers. Many went abroad and many have reached good positions here in India itself. And back in June 2019, when I exited my corporate career, I wanted to go for my passion. So when I was sitting and thinking, uh, there are many passions, which one should I take? So I discovered that there's only one passion, which is coaching and mentoring, which has made me whatever I am today. And all these days, what I was doing with uh, my relatives and my team was a bit unstructured, and it was all situational and case to case basis. But then I wanted to bring in a proper structure, build a good base. Thus, as you rightly introduced me, I'm thankful for mentioning out all the details. I did all those certifications for a few months, understood many of the important aspects related to life coaching, and I picked out the ones which are easy to understand and implement, and there is immediate benefit coming out from that implementation, with which I designed the M4X course and also the Empowered Memory Bluprint course, wherein people can immediately connect to it and start following it right then and there itself. It's not that they have to undergo major transformation or anything like that. So it's like when we buy a car, we want the car to be comfortable, give good mileage, the AC to work, and everything to be smooth, right? That's what I started giving to people as a life coach. I don't tell them what alloys the wheels are made out of, what engine, how much piston, the torque, and all of that. That I've already done in my certification. So when I was able to deliver this easily to people whom I can call as mentees, the practice started growing and many people started joining me and getting a lot of value. That encouraged me to take it to more and more people. And here I am today in front of you, having been invited as a guest to share all of these details.
I think you had a natural flair for leading. And yes, we all started off in our personal relationships, giving advice, but we don't realize that, yes, that is also a kind of coaching that we have been practicing all these years. And you mentioned you work in the area of self empowerment, people management, customer relationship development, and business development, and memory enhancement. Now, from your vast experience in corporate and coaching, I was very intrigued that, what is it about this empowered memory enhancement, blueprint course that you have? I was very intrigued about this, that how does it fit in all this scene?
Right. So, as you rightly mentioned, Tanushree, I'm a self empowerment coach. I believe in getting deep within to get empowered. Okay. I have always believed in myself, and whatever I'm coaching people is something which I've already undergone, I've already experienced, and then I try to coach other people. It's not like I've read somewhere and okay, copy, paste, pass on the same thing. It's not like that. So, when during this life coaching process and practice, I discovered that there were few elements in the modern day life, what we live today, in people, that they are not giving importance to their mind power, their brain, and their memory. People, I used to see that I started the coaching with the empowerment for excellence, but I noticed that people are either blaming something. When I give them an activity, my coaching is all activity based, which I make them have an internet dialogue with themselves. It's not like I put a PPT and tell them do this, do this. So when this coaching was happening, I saw that people are really taking it very easy, wherein I already experienced the importance and the power of our mind and memory, which I can also call as the brain and memory, which I can also call as the mind power. And then with I started telling them, see, as humans are the only ones who have this power. Next comes the dolphins, but unfortunately, dolphins do not have the power to think and act, but humans have the power to think and act, right? Dolphins will have bare basic survival, but we are ruling the planet, right? Many of us do not use that power which is there, gifted by nature right from our birth. I noticed that in a lot many people, even though I had seen it in my career as well. People just like, oh, okay, I forgot. Oh yeah, you had told me, I faintly remember. And they want to learn things, they want to do things in a very fast way, but they're not able to do it because they just blame. Oh my, I have a very bad memory, and usually I have heard people blaming the genes also. My father had a bad memory, my mother had a bad memory. So I'm like, I always disagreed with that. So I did a bit of more research into what are these memory related aspects, and I also got a license as a memory trainer. That, again, as I've always believed, I implemented it myself and everything worked. That gave me access to innovatively experiment with certain tools and techniques which worked really well with few others I tried out. Then I thought that now the whole world is going online, and I should come up with a short course, wherein people can spend very less time. It should not be overwhelming or not too pressurizing, because these days in corporate world where my friends are, I've seen that they said that when we used to go to office, it used to be at least 8 or 9 hours, but now it's exceeding 12 hours. So given the challenge, people should do this course. So I came up with a pre-recorded course wherein you have to invest just 1 hour per day. goes on from Monday to Friday, where I've power packed all of these techniques, which has helped people to actually realize that we have a very powerful memory. We have never respected that because we have never got access to those patterns and techniques which are very easy and right there. All we had to do was just work up a little bit or think a little bit more. That kind of that's where the urge to start the course started, and to start the course happened. And I'm really glad that people are finding it simple and easy, and it happens in a short time frame, and we get a chance to delve deep into the deeper aspects of mind in a very easy manner. That's how I started the Empowered Memory Bluprint course, Tanushree.
That's interesting because I personally have done that course of yours. And like as scientific studies also say that we hardly use even half the percentage of our memory power, I mean the brain power. And it's my personal recommendation to all viewers and listeners. It's a simple 5 day, 1 hour each day course, which you can, do it any time of the day. And like Dr. Naveen said, it is something that is a need of the time. Yes, we are overworking, so we need to understand how to relax our brain too. And the techniques and the tools that you have given in the course are, I mean, still using it. I use it for my reading skills also. It has improved a lot. And I
Right.
really say that when I did the course, I didn't find it to be very, intimidating or overwhelming. In fact, like I had told you earlier, I was finishing off the part of the course. I was very tired, had a stressed out day. But while I was following your course, I was more alert. I was ready to sleep early, but that day somehow I managed to, sit and work till 11 o'clock after doing your course. I finished your course that day. And
Awesome. Awesome.
it is it's a tested uh, and a completely experienced course, I would like to say. And that's my definite recommendation, that you have to try Dr. Naveen's the Empowered Memory Bluprint course. It is available online. I'll be sharing the details of that too. So Dr.
Thank
Naveen,
you.
in today's times, I mean, I'll talk a little bit about the businesses. The dynamics of the businesses have changed. Now, I
Yes.
work with women entrepreneurs and would like to know, how can women entrepreneurs work towards solidifying their businesses? Now, with the current situation going on in the world, what top three areas do you feel they have to focus on currently?
Sure. See, when it comes to women and entrepreneurship of women, I would say this is my opinion based on my experience. Okay, there might be anybody who's listening to this might have a different opinion, but since you have given me the freedom to share my thoughts, my opinion is women are really good entrepreneurs. Women are really good professionals, and women can be really good performers. It can You can take it as a homemaker, you can take it as a employee, or you can take it as a business owner. Okay. Now, since we are talking about women entrepreneurs here, I would like to say that I've said it in many forums. Women, many, and there's a lot of discussion happening on women empowerment and all of that. I don't understand why that needs to happen, because I believe women are already empowered. Women do not need empowerment. They are empowered by nature right from the time they have come into this world, from their birth. All they need to do is just maintain and enhance it, right? So, but men, we have double the task to do. First, get empowered and then maintain and enhance it. But women is half the work done because they are born as women. And when they get into entrepreneurship, it becomes a really easy task. But I've also noticed that many people do not realize this power. And when I say many people, the women entrepreneurs, they do not realize this power they have, the multitasking capabilities and all of that. That is something which everybody knows. It's no brainer. But what I'm talking about is first one. You asked me to share three, right? In that, the first point is realize that you are already empowered. You have it majorly, tightly, well packed within you. Okay. One, first realize that for you to realize that you need to spend some time with your own self. Okay, that can be, many people go for meditation, many people go to hilly areas, or many people just sit at home alone. It's up to them. First point, realize that you have the power. The women entrepreneurs, they have the power to succeed. Failures are part and parcel. If you're getting into entrepreneurship, failures are here and there. Make failures as your best lessons and succeed again. That's again something which is known. But first, realize you have the power. Two, do not get intimidated by any kind of competition from men out there, because you are already one league ahead, because you are a woman, right? So yeah, maybe if there is competition of another woman in the market, then yeah, there is a reason for you to strategize to get rid of that any aspect of apprehension, fear, or intimidation. But that's a different part. I'm not talking about women to women competition here is, but that's where you already have the power to strategize and beat the competition and go ahead. Second point is do not get intimidated by men out there. You are a league ahead. Third point, for women, when you talk about entrepreneurship, it's not that they would not be servicing or catering the customer community, right? It's a part and parcel. Whatever entrepreneurship you might be doing, there is a customer in your business or in your practice or in your profession. So when it comes to addressing the customer needs, women can connect really very easily with the customer base. Okay, all they need to know is some of the tools and techniques. It's not that when I say they're born empowered, it's not that the tools and techniques are also there, but all that they need to do is, after having realized all of this, they need to just see or think or try to read somewhere or do a little bit of research of customer relationship management. But the third point is it comes natural to them. So there's some little bit of tricks and treats, right? For example, Tanush, you might agree that cooking, women know, but if they have to, there's a special occasion, they would need to do something special for which they watch a YouTube video or watch a cookery show and then bring in that tools and techniques and make that dish really special. That's what I'm talking about. When it comes
Sharpening
to
the sharpening the already skills that you have, you have to sharpen it a
already
small.
have in you, you have it naturally in you to connect to people, and
Right,
customers are people, they're not systems or they're not artificial stuff, right?
right.
So when it comes to connecting to customers, it comes naturally. Only thing is just try to understand what are those patterns out there which you need to um, kind of make it a part of your connectivity practice, with which you would be able to run a very good entrepreneurial practice. You'll be able to run a very good business, because customers, end of the day, if customers are happy, then your business grows. So use the natural talent, polish it up a little bit by opening up your mind, by reading books, and the information is infinite out there today. With that, polishing the existing flair to connect to customers. With that, I'm sure women entrepreneurs would be able to lead a very successful, happy, and contented life.
Thanks, Naveen sir. I was going to ask you, the next question was about, because I know it is your domain, customer relationship enhancement is your domain, and you already answered how women entrepreneurs can, take customer relationship to a different level, given that they are naturally in a communication mode, and they lay a lot of emphasis on relationship.
Yes.
So, Dr. Naveen, I would like to really know Our viewers and listeners would like to know your favorite quote that inspires and motivates you.
Okay, I have one favorite quote which is there in my website also, and I came across this quote when I was in my 12th. Maybe this was around more than 20 years back. It says that luck is the meeting point of your alertness and passing by opportunities. Okay, so the opportunities will be passing by. It can be because of your fate or the divine force you believe in, or just life in normal. The opportunities keep on passing. You need to be alert to catch on or hook on to those opportunities. That is what is called luck. Luck is not like I'm not born lucky, there's no luck in my fate. People just have that blame game. They're
Right.
always in the blame frame, right? But this definition or this quote, which says luck is a meeting point of your alertness and passing by opportunities, attracted my attention a lot the very first time I heard it, and I've always considered it that way and taken it along in my life, and it has worked always, every time. Small events in life to big ones, even when I have to take major decisions. This particular quote is something which I always have in my mind and appeals to me a lot.
Naveen sir, that's a wonderful quote. In fact, yes, it is not by chance that you are lucky or something like that. Yes, makes it takes one to identify the opportunities that are passing by and make full use of it.
Right.
Naveen sir, any power tip or message you want to share with our followers?
When it comes to uh, you know power tip, there are a lot many power tip, but since you already said customer relationship management and entrepreneurship and all of that, one power tip is anybody for that matter. I'm sure there are a lot of men also who are watching this particular episode. Always have service mindedness. Might be an employee or an entrepreneur. Always have service mindedness. So when I tell this term service mindedness, it's not just two terms of English. It's got a lot of deeper meaning. Okay, we have to, whatever we do, we have to have a service mindedness and do not do anything just for fulfillment. Okay, I have observed in my corporate life and even later also when I coach many people in my mentees, we tend, when I say we, I'm including myself. Okay, I'm not like someone who is spiritually enlightened guru or anything like that. What we do is we have to do. Okay, and we just, again, as I said in the beginning, just put a kind of a tick mark. Okay, we have this these days we have tabs and apps and all. We put a to-do list and all that. Fine, that is good for you to remember uh, by writing it down on a sheet of paper or putting it in an app. But let it not be a list just for you to tick. You have to have service mindedness in whatever you do. Even if you to go buy something from the shop, do it with a service mindedness. You have to do something business or an employment, do it with service mindedness, wherein you give your 100%. Even if, let's say, a customer calls and has a very very silly stupid complaint, okay, do it with service mindedness, because you have signed up for that. The reason you are in that call or discussion with the customer is because you have signed up. It's not that it all of a sudden fell on you, right?
Right.
So do it with service mindedness, to see to it that whatever I'm doing it, I will do it with complete excellence. To see to it that till that particular point reaches a logical closure, I'm going to be service minded, and I'm going to induce excellence in everything, whatever I do in that activity or any other activity. Even if um, even if somebody asks me to pass on the pair of glasses which is on the table, we would expect them to hold the bridge and then give it, or expect them to hold the frame and give it, not touch the glass, right? So that is again excellence in small things like passing on pair of glasses to striking major deals, delivering major projects, or customer service, or um, goods manufacturing. And you have been an entrepreneur yourself for a decade. When it comes to that, I'm sure you would agree with me that we have to always aim for excellence in whatever we do. So it should not be, whatever I'm saying here, service mindedness and service mindedness and aiming for excellence should not be taken as something which is a big load on the head. It's a very simple thing. All you have to do is tell yourself that I'm going to be service minded, and whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to do it with excellence. Simple to complex stuff in my life, I'm going to achieve excellence in everything. Thereby, what happens? Contentment and happiness flows in automatically. Third thing which comes in really rushing to you is success, right? So this is what, if you can call it as a power tip, I don't know, but I've always believed in this and it still works for me.
So rightly said, Dr. Naveen, because it should be a practice. It is not something that comes by chance one of the days, and and then some of the other days it's out of the window. Excellence is it's being mindful about every small activity you do. Excellence comes automatically with it becomes a habit. It's
Right.
not by luck or by chance. And you've rightly said about it that we have to aim for excellence every day, every moment, not in only bigger things but even the small things that we are doing. That's when you enjoy your life. You find that small moments of contentment and happiness which becomes a big chunk of happiness for you. And it is
Absolutely.
about tasting life, savoring life every moment. You so rightly said. Your tip was really a very powerful tip.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you said that.
So, Dr. Naveen, I have also seen some interesting quotes you have shared, which were inspired from Vedic texts. And
Yeah.
I was very interested. What lessons would you like to share from the Vedic science studies?
Yeah. Just the Vedas are really huge from time immemorial. We all know that. And when you ask me to share something as a lesson, it's a my slogan or my what do you care, my saying which is there: get deep within, get empowered. Right? What does it mean? Vedas are Rig Veda is the oldest, then come the rest of the three Vedas, but all of the Vedas are complementary to each other. Okay, but there is one point which is common in all of that. It is about us and our inside. When we are faced with a challenge or a trouble or a problem in life, our first tendency is to see who can help or what can help. We rush to external sources to solve the problem. If somebody loses a job, it's like, okay, let me go and ask my friend if he can refer in that company. And because of COVID, there was a lot of business losses which happened. People were like, we don't know what to do. When is this going to get over? And when will I overcome all of these losses and things like that? But what one major point which Vedas say here is go deep within yourself. You are already having the entire universe, the entire power of humanity deep within you. All you have to do is unleash it. Okay, so I'm not just going to stop by saying that, but it becomes really important to know that there are many religions, and I'm not trying to make a religious statement. Everybody believes in God, but Vedas also say that God resides all the time within you. Okay, so what do we get to learn from this? The solutions to all the challenges and problems which we face in our daily life, especially with us living with the modern day challenges, the solution to overcome all the difficulties, especially in the COVID times, what we see, and the the God whom we go to temples, or the prayer hall in the houses where we go and pray, save me or save us from all of this, also resides within us. So with this, now Tanushri can realize that everything is within us. All we have to do is just realize, to take a sneak peek within us to see what is it that I have. First, we need to understand. When I say that it's all within us, in even Vedas are saying it's within us, don't go by the fact. Just sit for this. Doesn't happen all of a sudden. Sit for some days, maybe 5 days, for 5 or 10 minutes alone, and just ask, what is it there in you and what is it that you can do. And it's written in the Vedas that if you practice that oneness within yourself, that answer will come out automatically. You need not have to go to the Himalayas and do meditation or tapasya for days and months on together. But it's a realization of the fact that the power is within me. All you have to do is just bring it out. And everything, all the problems to the relationships, career, or family, and just life in general, everything starts flowing in smoothly outside. You will not become a prey of negative emotions. Whatever happens is absolute bliss. This is what is one of a tiny factor which Vedas does emphasize on. So since you asked me that question, I took this opportunity to try to make it easy and understandable. I hope that was not too complex.
No, no, it was so beautifully shared, this lesson, because I absolutely agree to it. And even in my programs, while I'm coaching others, I have seen this, and it is my personal experience. The universe is not outside, the universe is within us.
Yes.
And we are packaged with a complete set of resources as humans, and we have everything within us. The only problem or the challenge that I've seen is that we don't realize it. We don't realize our own potential. We don't realize it that we have to go inwards rather than search for happiness, joy, contentment outwards. It has been my personal experience too, and I so relate. Now you even confirmed it that the Vedas also say the same thing, and I'm glad actually you shared this today. Uh, Naveen sir, it was uh, awesome that you could take time out from your busy schedule and join us for the show. Would you please share coordinates online? I'm sure, like, most of my viewers and listeners are really intrigued by your courses and would like to get in touch with you. Please share your coordinates online on social media. Where can we, or how can we get in touch with you?
Thank you, Tanushri. Thank you for asking me that. Um, the details about Empowerment for Excellence, my life coaching program, and also Empowered Memory Bluprint, the 5 days short course, all the details and many other amazing and awesome content related to self empowerment. I've written blogs and other articles and details are there on my website, which is naveenguru.com. And all you have to do is visit my website and you'll get information pertaining to what I've been practicing and what I've been coaching people out there. That's one. And I'm also pretty active on social media, because now the whole world is online, and that's where anybody, if you have to take a message, we have to be there. So I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn. The name you need to look for on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn is Naveen Gurusiddaiah. All you have to do is just hit that name and it pops up. Luckily, I'm the only guy in all of these platforms with Naveen Gurusiddaiah as first name and second name. And I'm also there on YouTube. It's Empowerment for Excellence Show is the name of my YouTube channel. I would request you to just hit Empowerment for Excellence, and you would get my channel popping up in your search. I also have a podcast on Anchor. It's again called Empowerment for Excellence Show, wherein I have interviewed many people. The videos are there on YouTube also, and there are shows on podcast as well, wherein I've interviewed people with their empowerment stories. How did they face a challenge, and how did they go deep within to overcome those challenges? Because these stand testimonial to the fact that the power is within us, and there have been people who have faced difficult situation out there, and those stories are made an attempt to bring it out on social media. You get to watch all those interviews, and there are few videos which people had asked me to short videos, long videos, the videos which I have recorded when I went live. I went live for almost close to 3 months. All those value videos are there in these social media platforms. So Naveen Gurusiddaiah is the key. You can also Google my name. You will get access to all of this.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing, Dr. Naveen. We wish you the very best for your future and wish you higher successes for your practice. So, dear
Thank you.
listeners, and yeah,
Thank you. Thank you so much. Wishing you and your family a very healthy, happy, and prosperous life as well. And thank you so much for this opportunity for me to share my thoughts and beliefs. You made it really simple and easy to get it out of me with your real, wonderful, practical questions. So thanks a lot for that, Tanushri.
no, it is our honor and privilege that you could come on the show and share your, nuggets of wisdom with everyone. And I mean, all the best, Dr. Naveen. You are doing the great job of, empowering people and getting the best potential out of them. All the best for your journey into your coaching practice with all your coaches and mentees too.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, dear listeners and viewers, the links to Naveen Gurusiddaiah's online presence is in the description below. With this, we come to an end to today's Soul Sunday episode. You can head over to my website www.tanushrinair.com to subscribe to my newsletters or connect with me on FB and YouTube as Tanushri Nair, on Instagram as Soulful Living with Tanushri, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel by pressing the bell icon. Thank you for joining me on today's episode, and until we meet again, stay safe, stay inspired. You are all loved. Peace, love, and light. Your host Tanushri signing off.